What's going on, fight fans? Just sitting back, getting ready for this Triple D, right? Daniel Dubois versus uh actually is it dangerous Daniel Dubois? I forgot what the the other D stood for, but anyway, Daniel Dubois getting ready to take on Joe Joyce in a few minutes. And tonight, of course, we got a circus going on, circus atmosphere for excuse my voice, for Mike Tyson versus Roy Jones Jr. Uh, this is the fight I'm interested in. Before we talk about either one of those, Terrence Bud Crawford. I told you, Terrence is a dog, and he took Kell Brook out. Um, no, I'm a little late on actually doing a post-fight video, but uh, what can you say? I mean, Brook came in looking to me in the best shape of his life, and well, I see people on Twitter, oh, Crawford was exposed early on. I'm like, nah, he we throw words around like exposed, like great, like this, that, and the other. We throw them around so much. Excuse me once again for my voice. Should have drank something before this, but nah, you should be praising Terrence Crawford because he came out orthodox, and in the pre-fight video we talked about how fantastic um, Brooks' jab was, and he was letting Bud have it early on with the jab. But the reason why you should be praising Terrence Crawford, he wasn't exposed. He made an adjustment to the jab. He converted, went to the lefty stance, the southpaw stance, and he put it on Brook and got him out of there. That's an adjustment. That's what the greats do. But I hear you. Oh, he's fighting Spence Jr.'s leftovers. Oh, Brook wasn't the same. Oh, this, that, and the other thing. It's like guy can't win. So they've waited Crawford out. Let's call it what it is. They've waited Crawford out, just like they did Golovkin. You know, Crawford will be 34 now, not in his physical prime anymore. But I'm telling you, he's a dog. Now, whoever steps up to fight him, I don't care who it is, Spence, Porter, Garcia, um, any of the guys, uh, they're going to be in for it. Um, and then they'll find another thing to say about Crawford. He just won't get his just due. But I'm hoping he gets two of the fights he wants before he turns 35. I'm hoping. 34, you got him on the decline. I still think he beats pretty much everyone in the class, but you got to make the fights. And as far as Bud has to do this, Bud has to do that. Listen, Errol Spence Jr. has been calling out Saul Alvarez for more than 2 years. So let's just go back a year ago. I want to fight Alvarez. Well, Alvarez was with Golden Boy. So isn't Alvarez on what you say the other side of the street? But you keep calling him out. The fight people want to see, Crawford, who's on the same other side of the street. That's when you come out with that, oh, he's on the other side of the street. I got work to do. So what's the difference? Saul Alvarez is on the other side of the street too, man. It's hypocrisy. That's what it is. And it's a shame because the forefathers in boxing who, when you look at, let's say, either it was either Hagler versus Hearns or Hearns versus Leonard. One of the two was on Monday night, competing against Monday Night Football. Maybe it was Tuesday. I can't remember, but they made the fight in like next to no time. It's a different ball game these days. Let's move on. The fight last night with Daniel Jacobs and um, Daniel Jacobs, excuse me, and Gabriel Rosado. If you didn't watch the fight, don't. The fight was awful. It wasn't awful like John Ruiz punch and clutch, grab and hold, swing your partner left or right, ugly. It just the styles just didn't mesh. It was two guys who hate each other, but then you get in the ring and it's like both were cautious of the other guy. It seemed like they didn't want any return fire, so it was like I'm going to throw this defensive jab out here, but I don't want. I'm not going to throw it out there because I don't want you to come back. If you listen, if you thought Gabe Rosado won, um, I'm not going to argue with you. If you thought Jacobs won, not going to argue with you. If you thought it was a draw, I'm not going to argue with you. But it was in that a couple round range. Why do you think? Hold on, what would disappear? Why do you think Bud wants to fight when he refused? Uh, well, first of all, Porter was coming off of a loss. Now, I thought he beat Spence Jr. But when they presented that to him, he was coming off a loss, and he didn't have anything. He wanted Errol Spence Jr. And as far as the Pacquiao fight, recently, meaning in the past year or so, he's asked Arum to give him that Pacquiao fight. Now, if he turned it down back in the day, I don't know. Maybe he didn't think he was ready. Um, I, as big as Errol Spence Jr. is, I, I would love to see Pacquiao fight him because I don't. I think when you watch a few of Spence's fights, he's not the monster that people thought he was when you take the fight to him. Like for example, Brooke, Kell Brook, coming down from 160 pounds, right? And a broken orbital bone. He could have reached out to the IBF or whoever it was and said, "Look, just give me a little extra time." That would have helped him make weight because he used that camp to make weight. That's what he used the camp for, not to train. He used it to come down, and then he wasn't totally healed because the when you talk about the left orbital bone and the right orbital bone, there's this connectivity. I think it's called the orbital plane or the orbital tract or something like that. But when one's not fully healed, you ever heard the term the weakest, you're only as strong as the weakest link? Well, until that one gets fully healed, you put the other one in jeopardy. And sure enough, what happened? He took him out. Um, I, my thing is, and I'm not going to stay on here long. Triple D is walking to the ring. Joe Joyce is already in the ring, getting Vaseline put on his face. I don't know. I don't know, but I will say this: Manny Pacquiao ain't scared of nobody, and he'll whether he was premier. I think he's a free agent now, if I'm not mistaken. Whether he was premier or not, he was ready to get it on. Porter, not scared of anybody. See, it's this go talk to Al. Well, Alan Heyman, it's like, look, in one sentence, I'm going back to Spence Jr. again. In one sentence, you say, I don't answer to nobody. I'm my own promoter. Then it's talk to Al. It's like, I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, I would love to see now, sure. I mean, he got to take who he has to take. So I would love to see him fight uh Porter. Crawford fight Porter. Thunderdome. I'm gonna send you an email in 5 minutes. I want you to call me because it's it's a couple of things I want to talk to you about that you may or may not know about. Well, one of them I'm sure you don't know about, but the other one. All right, Daniel Dubois. Man, this looks like the ballroom boxing. The ring is small, the place is small. I guess when you don't have fans, oh no, there are fans up in there. Oh wow, they do have fans. Or well, anyway, man, any of y'all watching this? Um, Let me move on to Spence Jr. and Garcia. Um, Danny gonna have a hard time with the jab, but and people say, well, I have to see what Spence is after the accident. Now he looked good in his workout video, but I'm gonna say this, and this is all Danny. I think Danny Garcia had a better chance to win prior to the accident than um than he does now. And the reason I say that is Spence has some bad habits outside the ring, and he's coming off a victory over Porter. And I'm thinking he was going to continue those bad habits. Hey, I'm Spence. I'm a drink and I'm gonna do this and whatever. And I like Danny's chances against that guy than I do this guy who I assume has not been drinking, not spending time in a club, in a bar, and is focused. Just had a daughter, I think, or I think he just had a daughter, and so his mindset is different. Still give Danny a shot, but I think I think he would have done better. He would have done better against that first Errol Spence. So they're announcing the fighters now. I don't know if anybody's watching Joe Joyce and Daniel Dubois. Um, I didn't get on the hang on here long. I'm glad y'all joined it, but certainly we can continue this discussion. As far as Tyson and Jones Jr., I've been made privy to some information. Um, this no knockdown thing, I think, or no knockout thing. Notice they said no knockout and not no knockdown. I was on a call. I was privy to something, and I think if someone gets knocked down, they're going to do one of two things. And I want the points on that. If they do it, I want y'all to give me the points on this because I'm the only one talking about it. Either they're going to give whoever got knocked down like a 20 count, or they're going to say, if you can get up or whatever, we'll give you as much time as you want until you can recover. Uh, at first, I thought this fight wasn't going to happen until 11:59 p.m. tonight because they have so many in between acts, and in the in between acts, they every act that's in between is going to do more than one song, and I'm sitting here like, come on, man, like how long is this going to be? So I believe from what I'm hearing, I think Lil Wayne is out. I don't think he's going to be performing. So you got French Montana doing more than one song, Wiz Khalifa doing more than one song, Neo doing more than one song, YG doing more than one song, and Saint John, I guess, JHN doing more than one song. Hey, listen, I'm not. My hip hop era was the 80s and 90s, so forgive me if I pronounced that wrong. And but from what I hear, the latest news, no Snoop Dogg, no, and no Lil Wayne, unless something's changed. But you talking about 4 hours and then another 3 hours or something like that. The 3 hour part will start at 9. So I don't know. But anyway, the bell's about to ring for this Dubois versus Joyce. Okay, they at it. Here we go. And Dubois, for a guy that they say has this long reach, he seems to reach with his punches, make himself small. I bet I got $1,000 bet that Jones will stop Tyson in the first 30 seconds of first round. Yo, look, man. With Tyson, we'll see about stamina. With Jones, we'll see what his legs got. And whoa, woo, big shot by Dubois. It just still seemed like he was reaching. He threw a nice right hand. Joyce rolled with it, so it didn't have all of his power. Man, Joyce looks huge and slow. You're gonna get caught. You're gonna get countered throwing like that, Joyce. Come on, you gotta either let the hands let the shot go or don't. He kind of went in between and kind of stopped. Anyway, all right, Thunder, I got you. Why do you think Bud wants to fight when he refused pay? I I do think he no, I think he has his eyes set on fight film. I think he has his eyes set on Spence Jr. And then any fallout after that, he'll take. Yeah, that Crawford thing would be mean. Plus, you can compare like Crawford is still got juice. So if you thought um Brook was gone, if he fights Crawford, and something that matter of fact, I think my man says all the time, Thunderdome. Matter of fact, I think I stole it from him. Boxing is not a triangular sport. So if Porter, in my eyes, I thought he nipped the fight against Spence Jr., but it was close. So if Crawford just straight up gets Porter out of there like in a few rounds, that doesn't mean and then Spence struggled with him. That doesn't mean Porter's going to dominate. I mean, Crawford's going to dominate Spence. It's like down goes Frazier, right? I mean, Frazier beats Ali. Foreman crushed Frazier twice. So Foreman should crush Ali, who lost to Frazier, right? Doesn't happen that way. So um, that's how it is. CMD, you watching this heavyweight thing, man? It's Joyce versus and then I'm flipping to college football because I'm seeing some upsets go on. So, and I might be behind y'all. I'm still in round one. Should be ending any second now. And then I'm gonna go, ooh, nice jab. Okay, nice little jab, Joyce. Um, okay, the end of the first round. So let me sorry guys, I'm a college football guy too. So let's see what's going okay. 38-10. Clemson leads Pittsburgh. Okay. 38-17 now. It's a touchdown. Um Penn State upset Michigan, which not really an upset this year. Northwestern was 5-0, but they losing to Michigan State. All right. Anyway, I'm gonna jump off here. You know what though? I'm gonna jump off. I'm gonna jump back on tonight. I only want to really cover the Nate Robinson and Jake Paul fight and the Tyson versus Jones and maybe the Badu Jack. I don't know about that. Don't be surprised if we got an 11. Oh! The one thing I did want to say, I predict this fight tonight is going to be a very nice selling fight. It may even do more than the 325 or so thousand that Spence and Garcia did, Mikey Garcia. They said it did 360 or something like that. Premier has been known to kind of buff the numbers up a little bit. Like I don't think that Charlo double double bill did 100 and whatever they said it was. I don't think it did that high. Ooh, Joyce, Dubois connecting on a couple shots. Joyce need to get him off of him. Okay, he putting that stick out on him now. Go ahead. You can't hesitate. Like you're not as fluid when you hesitate with that jab, Joyce. You got to put it out there, man. So anyway, I think I know I'm gonna sound like a fool, but I think they're going to do more than 350,000 buys tonight. I think they may get close to 500,000, and dare I say more? I'm not gonna say more, but I'm telling you, there ain't gonna be no 100,000 buys tonight. I don't care how many fire sticks and whatever else people are using. I don't have ESPN Plus. Get a stick, man. Look, get a fire stick and upload something called either IPTV smarters. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on here, or this thing called TV Mate. Ho ho ho! Hey, protect yourself at all times, Joyce. Or Dubois trying to go for it. You better hope you don't punch yourself out. Joyce, throw a lead right without that jab, man. Because the jab ain't man. His jab is how can I say it? It's telegraphed first of all, and he's not. he's not. I guess he's pushing it. I don't know what he's doing. Thunder, don't help me out. What is this? He's okay. Now that's a nice jab right. That one was nice too. But anyway, look, fellas, I done been on here too long, but definitely on here tonight. And Thunder, I'm gonna hit you. You got my number. I'm gonna shoot it to you, and then give me. Joyce looks nervous, right? He does, man. He does. He does. He got it. He got it. But Dubois, man, is showing me. I mean, I understand Joyce is big, but you got to get it. See, this is something. This is a fighter that Mike Tyson, with the height deficit, the reach, and all that, would have just demolished. And Dubois at 17, 18, 19, prime Mike Tyson. Oh, another thing, I was on this Zoom call with Tyson too, man. Thunder, I'm gonna have to send you this link because I think they're gonna do another one. This isn't it. If you go to I'm gonna give you guys a link. I'll probably leave it below. It's called Tyson on Triller. They get a video for Thriller, except it's Triller. Take the H out. TysonOnTriller.com. They got contests, they got prizes, and when you go to the site, it's called they got a $10,000 giveaway. If you sign up for it, make sure you I'm gonna need like half of that if you win, because you would have never gone if I didn't tell you. But this is a boxing series. So don't be surprised if you see a Holyfield. Don't be surprised if you see, and I'm not talking about just Mike Tyson fighting. You might see something like a closet classic, like a rematch between Antoine Eccles and what's my man named Charles Brewer. If you ever get a chance, watch Eccles Brewer and watch it to the end, and then watch the referee explaining his actions afterwards. Funny, one of the funniest fights I've ever seen. It's only 3 rounds. But anyway, I'm gonna sign off, man. But I look for this to do good numbers. I'm telling you. You heard it here first. I think it's going to do over 300,000. Dubois is going for the kill. I don't know if he's going to punch himself out. I don't know if my man Joyce is going to catch him in between, or if he's just going to get stopped, or what. But or if I don't know what's going on. But anyway, all right, fellas. I'm gonna check out. Catch you on the next.